let's have a quick look as we have the time now. Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to Empyrion Star Salvage. I'm 7-foot Dust Bunny, and today we are still here next to the Brotherhood of Far. I was taking a little tour around some of the other planet. I went over a Talon village, and there was this interesting floating thing over the Talon village I couldn't quite make out because it was dark. Well, that turned out to be a Xerax patrol capital vessel. And it may have hit me. Now, I have been extraordinarily lucky. I've been sort of surveying the damage. I still have a warp drive, we check here, which is undamaged. I still have a T2 extender, which has 34 hit points remaining, so that needs fixing quite rapidly. I still have most my thrusters, so I was able to get away before things got too serious. But as you can see, we've taken a lot of damage. And, you know, look, storage repository was almost gone, 22 on the storage repository, and that would have been disastrous in itself. To that note, we have lost volume on the storage repository, and we have lost materials. I don't remember what we've lost, but we've definitely lost something. I don't know what though. Unfortunately, I did not catch the damage on camera. I'd actually stopped recording and was just sort of poodling around the area, checking things out, when, like I say, I saw a platform in the darkness, thought, what's that? Turned out not to be a platform. I don't quite know how my one Gatling gun here survived, where literally every other block in the area has been destroyed. There you go, Gatling gun's back to full health. Literally every other block in the area has completely gone. We've lost a block there, actually, which we'll need to replace. There you go. This little block survived too. But yeah, as you can see, things are pretty dire, and I'm gonna have to somehow fix this up. Now, I believe I can limp home. I could limp back to my home planet at the moment and come back here. The one other thing I have still got while I repair this thruster is, if I check here, I still remarkably have a pentaxid tank. I don't quite know where my pentaxid tank is. I thought it was right where there's a inordinately big hole there. Ugh, I can't get in. I should have put a ramp on here. I can see. Alright, drone. I thought the pentaxid tank was here somewhere. I think I moved it. I did. I moved it above the generator back there, didn't I? So that turned out to save my butt, because if I hadn't moved that pentaxid tank, we would have no pentaxid tank at all, and I would be hunting for another one. So yeah, I need to institute some serious repairs. Now, my plan for this is to have a look over here. There were some small junk vessels, and somewhere else there was, like, over somewhere here there was masses of cores and stuff. I did pass over the alien obelisk, which I promised to look at last time. The alien obelisk has it's just the same alien obelisk that's on the other planet. Doesn't do anything. The other thing that's going to be a major concern is going to be fuel and food. Food, we still have a fridge. We have quite a few perishables. And of course, other issues, oxygen. We have, well, precious little in terms of oxygen. Now, how much oxygen we managed to keep, let's have a look here. My ammo storage seems to be almost completely intact. That is one thing we don't have in here. There you go. That's one of the things we lost. Unfortunately, we lost oxygen. That is a real blow. Because we don't have any. Now, I could try and make some. I'm hoping, to be honest, to try and steal some. I can try and make some, but I think the real direction I want to go in is, as I say, I want to loot some of those vessels over here and see if there is some oxygen over there I can lay my hands on. Because here we go, yeah, well, there's loads of discarded CPU extenders and the like in this area. Now, CPU extenders aren't particularly useful to me at the moment, but mainly the crash ships are, but the junk storage could be extremely useful to me, because that could have basically materials, and maybe there's one kitted out with some various items that would come in handy. So we're going to be back over here where we found this ship. There's a small vessel right there that we can start off having a look at. Now we can obviously get blocks nice and easy here, and these are small thrusters. I really need mediums. There's constructor there. There's a couple of fridges which might have some food in it. Obviously I haven't turned the power off on my vessel in order to preserve the food. So there's fuel, there could be oxygen in here as well. So there's some fuel, which I will take. I mean, I can keep my vessel fueled up. I can turn the thrusters off, which will save some fuel, but it doesn't save a lot. Just by virtue of the fact that if you're on the ground, it should be not costing you any fuel anyway. Now, fuel-wise, I believe all my fuel tanks are still intact. I should have 3 fuel tanks, so I should be able to check that. Fuel tanks 3 still intact. One of them is damaged, but I'm not going to be able to access it to repair it. So fuel tanks are fine. What have we got here? Oxygen. I'll take that precious little oxygen, because I did actually have some suit O2 in here as well, but that's gone too. So the suit O2 and basically all my O2 has gone. So I don't think I can directly chug on these bottles as in O2. We still have the 2 O2 tanks. I did have room for more. At the moment, it's just me a case of getting in any O2 I can. So I will actually turn, I shouldn't need to, but I will turn O2 off inside the ship for the minute, and I will use the O2 station to top my suit up, and that's everything. There's no O2 left in the tanks. So the O2 I'm breathing now is everything I have. So hopefully, are there a couple of medium thrusters here? Yes, there are. Now, can I carry this? That's going to be the next problem. So let's hook up to the ammo repository and try and carry this, because I've lost some lift thrusters. Fortunately, I think with, oh shit, in my haste I have forgotten that I haven't put the core on it, and bollocks, and I've wasted that thruster. That is a small thruster, so I could make do with smalls. There's definitely a couple of extra down thrusters along the bottom here. I would have to try and have a look with the drone to try and work out where they are to repair it all, but because I mean so much has gone, so much. So if you leave it with me for a while, I'm gonna try and see if I can at least find some bits to start repairing it. I could take some steel blocks. I'll take those. I could take some basic steel blocks, which I will need. However, ultimately I also need some cargo extensions, because without the cargo I want the cargo extensions to, one, increase my cargo back to what it is and repair some of the damage that's done, because on top of that, cargo extensions ultimately have much higher hit points than steel blocks. Hardened steel blocks, on the other hand, are worth having, but they cost more CPU and they weigh more. So 6 of one, half tons of the other. What's in the cargo? Fuel, I take it. And charge, I'll take that too. Okay, so this small vessel is basically a bust now. As I say, leave it with me. I'm going to go on the hunt for other things and see if I can find something with which to repair myself. Okay, well, this is a quick find. I found a large CV thruster. This would be great if I had a working ship. That's full already, damn it. Yeah, this would be great if I had a working ship. That is awesome. So this is a junk storage, so I'm gonna stick my core down just a moment, and we are gonna call this LCV thruster, and we will mark it on the map because these don't have a map marker as such. So we'll put down LCV thruster. So this is something we're coming back for. Nothing amazing other than that. It did occur to me while I was talking. Why? I thought I turned the thrusters off. Oh, clearly not. It did occur to me while I was sort of thinking about this. While I've had a quick scoot around and haven't found anything particularly useful right now, one thing I did mention when I was talking about things is that one of the blocks that's cheap as chips to make is extensions. So I think we should make some. Quite where I'm going to put them, I don't know. But I'm going to start trying to make them. If I can make a couple, that should be enough, because it will sort of snowball on itself. So like, I'm going to hit my storage limit. That will be fine, because at the same time I'm going to end up replacing these blocks like that, and that's going to increase my storage limit, allowing me to get more blocks. So as is, my plan is to load all this along here out with repositories. Now on this side, I turn my torch on, I know that these blocks, well, below the thruster here, or let's do it with a drone, a bit easier to see. So there's 2 medium thrusters coming out here, the one here. So I believe that everything along here can be repositories, apart from obviously this one. I'll do the large sort of main blocks as repositories and then work back from there. So I think that everything along the line of that thruster can be repositories. So everything along here can be repositories. This level, this would be steel blocks. So I'm going to get to work, and I'll bring you back in as I've got further along. I will just bring you guys back in quickly for this. I'm on a junk storage just up here, and my goodness, look at this. There is, was it T1 generators, 10 of them in here. 10 T1 generators. So I can't carry this, but my plan is going to be to whop a core down here and name this 10x T1 gen, and also to put a map marker down to do this, because I'm coming back to get these, because I'm pretty sure we can sell this for quite a bit of cash at the junk trader. I'm sure they were buying T1 gens. So 10x T1 gen. There we go, accept. Yeah, just wanted to show you that because that is an awesome find. Okay, I've done some repairs, but oxygen is getting desperate, and I've come over here to the Polaris trading station to see if I can, well, get some oxygen or anything. Medium armor. Medium armor. I have some heavy armor, don't I? Oh no. Oh man. I lost the heavy armor. Ah, my T1 claim core. I was wondering where that had gone. I thought I'd lost that as well. I lost the 2 heavy armor. Oh, I'm gutted. My heavy armor. Oh, I can't believe I lost the heavy armor. That's a major loss. There's a repair station here. Okay, there's a teleporter upstairs. What I was really hoping for was like an O2 bay. I could borrow some O2 from you, because I'm running out and I can't live without O2. I'm gonna die. At the moment, I think I can get home. This is kind of like a habitat area. Hello. Wouldn't happen to have an O2 station here somewhere, would you? No? Okay. Bye. Crap. So yeah, O2 is becoming increasingly urgent. And I would like to be... Is that glass? Am I just not able to get in there? What am I doing wrong? Says Polaris Trader, what have you got for me? What do you trade? You trade food. Okay. What I'd love, guys, is an O2 station. I can go and sup on some O2. You have a bathroom. You have more stuff to trade, but no O2. Seriously, you guys suck. Man, this is problematic. If I can't find an O2 station, then I'm kind of knackered out. I know it said I could go in that fridge, but I'm not going to, on grounds that that might not be the wisest move ever. I don't actually need their shower. Oh, I'm so gutted I lost that heavy armor. But yeah, I'm down to 102 O2. I have a little bit in the tanks, but there is no O2 here. What about on this upper level? Alright, I'm just going to get in the ship and fly, because ultimately, if it's not there, they've got a med bay. I can see they have. Is that looks like an O2 bay right there? How do I get up to that? There's got to be a way up. Where's the way up? Is that up where I was? Okay, yeah, okay. Setting down. Going in. I'm down to 89 already. I'm not even sure I'll get home. Before I thought I would get home. Now I do not. Med station, other faction. Oh great. You're going to tell me this is other faction, isn't it? O2? Oh. Thanks guys. You saved my life. That's so sweet. Ooh, it's medical supply crate. That's expensive. But we live. We live. We live, we live, we live, we live, we live. We live, we live. Yay. Okay. So now, less panic about O2, more repairing. As you can see, I built the side back up. I still need some thrusters. I haven't found any. I think I am going to have to go back to base. I know I have thrusters back at base. I think that is the way to go now. I could hunt round here for thrusters. There are, like here, you've got junk small vessel. So you check it out and it's something pathetic like this. And you think to yourself, I'm wasting my time. I mean, if I was desperate, it would fly me around. Granted. But it's not going to solve my immediate predicament. I mean, there's tons of discarded CPU cores. There's tons of these little destroyed bases. I'm kind of interested in these, whether there's something interesting on there. That's a combat steel block. But I don't think there's anything else interesting in it. Let's have a quick look as we have the time now. Whoa, there is something interesting in it. Whoop, that sounded like something interesting. Polaris is not going to get grumpy if I do this. Man, the jetpack on this thing sucks. Get me in, thank you. Yeah, rare alien loot container. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, so much fuel. Okay, fuel no longer a problem. Extra meds. Flamethrower. Can I carry that extra fuel? All but one. Okay, I'll sacrifice the one. I don't really need to sacrifice the one, but I'll sacrifice the one. Fuel. Thank you. Now I don't need to sacrifice the one. Oh, wow. Okay. Now we are happy times. Does that mean all of those have those containers? Because if that's the case, I am coming back here. and going through like every single one of these. It would take me forever. But you know, I can put like here. Again, looted. This is one of those annoying cricket things, isn't it? There's an annoying cricket around here somewhere. But you telling me, did I just lock out, or does every single one of these destroyed security places have an alien loot, a rare alien loot container in it? Okay, ammo repository. Good stuff. You know, if I had the loot space, I would technically take a bunch of those ammo repositories, because I could do with them. Because it would be useful for the CV. And let's be honest, I should really be concentrating on getting back and getting the CV going. Because the CV is going to be... I'm not going to be able to carry that. Because the CV is for certain going to solve a lot of these problems. And I think I know which one I'm going for now. I'm probably going to go for that option 2 one. Hello, steel plate. Did I just luck out and find on the one? I'm going to check out another one second. Because, let's be honest, there's a lot of these. And for me to have just lucked out on that one and found an alien loot container. Oh, there's one there. Another immense stack of fuel, which I'm not going to be able to carry. A mobility boost, a T2 pulse rifle. Again with the fuel, and I'm not going to be able to carry it all. Right. Oh, no, we are maxed on fuel now. Okay, we need to come back here when we have more stuff. There's just fuel, so I won't mark this one as fully looted. But so these destroyed security things, awesome, full of loot. Check them out, especially if you're in the early game. This will really get things going for you. Because here we got small wreckage, small wreckage, small wreckage. Yeah, I don't think I can repair the ship any further. I'm not actually going to get any more cargo into the ship anyway, regardless of what I do. Wow, I'm actually having trouble going up. Okay, I need to point the thrusters that way. Yeah, I'm actually having trouble taking off here. So I'm going to have to go back to base and sort out the immediate issue of repairing the ship. And then I think we'll concentrate on the CV, get the CV in, get the CV back to base, start tidying it up a little. I could bring the CV to this planet where in truth there's a lot more suitable blocks available. Okay, so we're coming back in to the base. We're probably going to be coming back in a little hard actually, because we've not got as much down thrust as we had before to slow ourselves down. We can definitely hover if we need to, but with the level of up thrust we've got, I suspect we don't have a lot to spare. Something else that has occurred to me as a pressing issue, shall we say. I'm going to turn this off for a second, and the first thing I'm going to do is make sure that all the nice food yummies that I managed to pilfer are safely stored in the fridge. Good. And I can breathe. A sigh of relief. Sort of. So I still need to fix this up. I do have much more in the way of blocks here. And to be honest, I can, from the Phytotron, at least now deposit a bunch of these items, which are not the bits I want to deposit in there. Fuel, yes. Some of. Blocks, no. I'll put those there. These I want to all deposit in that part of the base. And those I want to seriously not deposit, because I keep depositing them. It's a bad plan. These are a waste of space, but there you go. So I'm going to need this warp drive. I'm going to need to take that with me at some point in the near future. This is like different fuel. Reclaimed structure fuel. Reclaimed structure fuel. Reclaimed structure fuel. Why does it only stack in like 10? I don't understand. Now, this and this need to go in my base. These can go in here as well, apart from those blocks, which I actually want. They're going to be blocks for repairing, and I want those hardened steel ones, because I'm probably going to tweak this around, because under, I think it's this one here, or this one is this one in fact. Under this one right here is the T2 core, so I'm probably going to, excellent, I'm not actually hooked up to anything. So what I want to do is, if I go to the Phytotron again and just connect to that, pick up those blocks, I want to take these, and my main goal here is just really to use it to shore up this area, because if I'd lost the T2 core, I really would have been screwed. So I want to just use it to shore up the T2 core area right there and protect it. Like that. And I believe like that. Or something along those lines. But that is going to shore up the T2 core area just to make sure that hopefully I don't lose it, because I really can't afford to lose a T2 core. Now, as I say, something else that has become appallingly apparent to me, aside from, I thought this was this ship, Scout, how much space you got? Quite a bit. Good. Okay, you can't carry that reclaimed fuel. How about I fuel you up with this? Then I can carry the reclaimed fuel, and I can put that in you as well. Yoink. Excellent. Now, here's the something that became appallingly apparent to me. I need to go over to resource here. I don't know if they regrow that regularly. I'm hoping they do, because they should have regrown in the time period. There was a lot of pentaxic crystals here, and that's what I've been warping around on. And there's definitely still some here, like those, which have ended up in my inventory. But I would very much like, just to make sure, I've got a few more in the bank. And they do look like they've regrown. Not sure why all the Z fighting with the tree is. It's like there's two trees in one spot. Not quite sure what's going on there. I'm tempted to gun one down just to find out, really. If there's two trees in one spot. But yeah, these sorry, these pentaxic crystals are gonna be my lifesaver, because this is what I'm jumping around the system using, and without these I'm pretty much stuffed. So I need these. There's not vast numbers of them, but there's enough to get me started. The other thing is, if I had the grow plots, which if I've got a CV, I can have the grow plots, I believe I can make, or I can grow pentaxid. He says, if I look under, is it resource gathering here? I can create a pentaxid nucleus. Crop yield is only 1 pentaxid, which is pretty rubbish. But then you can make a large pentaxid nucleus, which is the ones I've just been picking, which has a crop yield of 2. Now, given the fact that on the moon I found 1 pentaxid deposit, I required the ore scanner in order to get it, and I will tell you, the very small pentaxid deposit, as it was called, contained 1 pentaxid. 1 whole pentaxid. That will not get me very far. And I'm worried about long term traveling around, ending up somewhere where there's not a lot of pentaxid. So yeah, excuse me while I hop around and get these, and then I'm going to head back to base, and I'll do a little bit more repairing on the SV, and we'll get ready to go out and get us a CV. Okay, I've run out of steel blocks, which is easy enough for me to make, but for now I've run out of steel blocks, and I'm calling that a good place to stop for the minute. As you can see, we're pretty much there. We're getting close to back to fully functional. All the thrusters are back in, so we have those, and it's really cosmetic things that just need doing now. Be nice if I could find a couple of spotlights in amongst my goodies, but I can't seem to see any, which is a bit of a shame. I'm sure I had some somewhere, but never mind. I think that will be it for now, and I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe as always, and join us again next time when I promise we will pick up a CV. Thanks a lot.